Great. Thank you so much, doctor, for that extremely informative presentation. You're very animated. You're very passionate about the subject, clearly.
Thanks,
So
Mike.
we have about 5 minutes left. So we're going to begin the Q&A session. And you basically told us how to get in touch with you. Is there anything else you wanted to share about how the listeners can get in touch with you, or you pretty much covered it all?
Yeah, go to the website, pinklotus.com, and you can contact us via the website. The phone number is there, and you can Instagram me at Dr. Kristi Funk, Dr. Kristi Funk.
All right, great. And your book is available. Actually, John, if you could put that back on. Your book is available on our website, therealtruthabout.health.com, under the bookstore. So you can find that there, as well as I'm sure other platforms as well. And let me just hop in because we just have like a couple of minutes here. So I don't think you touched too much on this or if at all about mammograms and stuff like that. So what's your thoughts on mammograms? There, just a couple of things. There's Dr. Jen Simmons, who critiques mammograms for their discomfort and the risks of inaccuracies and which lead to unnecessary procedures. Michael Greger also talks about that as well. Michael Greger talks about, he has a whole video series on breast cancer and mammograms, and he talks about how oftentimes it brings people in with these early diagnoses, and he says that oftentimes it's diagnosing potential cancers that they would die with, not of, and then it leads to a whole bunch of invasive procedures. So what are your thoughts on that?
I absolutely agree with and echo the sentiments of both Drs. Greger and Simmons on the subject of mammography in terms of what they're talking about. It is for sure, it runs the gamut. The mammogram experience itself can be quite uncomfortable with all the squashing. It does impart radiation to your tissues. It's the amount of radiation that you receive as a human being walking on planet Earth for 7 weeks of time. So it's if you look at it in studies and you take women, for every 10,000 women getting annual mammograms every year from ages 40 to 74, for every 10,000 women getting those annual mammograms, 8.6 women out of 10,000 will get a breast cancer that is induced by the radiation from the mammograms. In that same period of time, 860 cancers will have been diagnosed. In other words, we cause with mammography, or we detect 100 times the cancers that we cause. But yes, cancer is caused by mammograms. And not only does it cause cancer, but now we're getting into what you were referring to, Michael, which we call the overdiagnosis and overtreatment of like biologically non-aggressive cancers. I mean, yeah, they might kill you when you're 212. Okay, so you, as you said, die with it and not from it. And so therefore, I'm not sure the answer to everything is no mammograms. Right now, this is still our gold standard of care for screening because it's cheap, it's widely available, it's always covered by insurance. Radiologists are, well adept at reading them. I love ultrasound as a modality for screening. I think it is effective in really experienced ultrasonographers' hands. I do my own ultrasounds, for example. MRI has a place, but things have drawbacks. You never want to miss biologically aggressive cancer that may be small, right? And that's what mammogram can pick up. Mammogram can pick up in situ cancer, which again, this is stage 0. So we're back to talking about the overdiagnosis and treatment. Like, is this stage 0 cancer ever going to become a real threat? So I think the real answer to me lies in the ability to understand the genomics of any diagnosed cancer, to really probe it and understand its future probable potential to persist, to grow, to metastasize, and to take your life. Those ones need intervention now. The rest of them, no.
Great. Thank you so much for that answer and this whole presentation. I'm going to be sharing it with a few women in my life. So I really appreciate that. Wonderful. So with that, if we could unmute the audience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For a blessing.
Hallelujah.